Support for the show can be you. Lux Media just relaunched the merch shop, and there's new stuff going up all the time. Go to shop.lvx.be, go snag yourself some threads. You can also go to patreon.lvx.be, sign up over there and get ad-free episodes and a 20% off shop discount every month. Ad-free, discounts. What more do you want? Seriously, what more do you want? Let me know.
The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side.
And the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side.
B-side.
B-side. B-side.
That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
Fucking... Well... Did Cinco de Mayo just happen? Yes, it did. Are we talking about it today? No. You're going to have to tune in next time, Dragon Ball Z fans. Once again, we're going to skip over the MMA stuff, but doesn't mean you shouldn't check it out. If you're of the persuasion or if you're curious about checking out MMA, Ultimate Effing Casuals, you'll find us. Wherever you're listening to this, you'll find us there too. So let's get into. We only have one recap, and this one I think is gonna get fucking spicy.
Oh my god!
Let me clear out the bottom of the card first. Vidal Riley, UD over Shavon Clark. Chris Billum Smith, also UD over Brandon Glanton. Which one were you, Josh? You were talking about one of those two. Was Glanton or?
I think it would be fun.
Yeah. I'm not saying you were you called a win or anything, but you were you had high expectations.
Fight too. Again, Glen's just not good enough, but Willem Smith, it's not like he made it boring.
Aaron McKenna beats Liam Smith. It's kind of sad. The old warhorse finally had one too many.
No, he's the trapo now.
That's the stage. He was in the hamper and he was hanging on for dear life, but not no more.
It's over for him.
Hopefully he hangs it up before the sport makes him. And co-main Anthony Yard versus Lyndon Arthur. Anthony Yard wins again. Can this fucking rivalry be done?
I actually
we need to see more.
This fight I had a pleasant surprise, and not that it went 12, but the Yard actually looked like he could box.
True, he did show different dimensions.
Because Yard's career has been like heroic stands against the top of the division or beating the shit out of scrubs. So, getting like an actual win against someone who isn't in like 600th in the world.
That's a good point.
Looking good is pleasant.
All right. Okay, this is a little better. I still like for this rivalry to end. We don't have to do this shit anymore. The Yard Arthur, that story's over. But there's still
boring story too.
There's a lot of good options for Anthony Yard. Let me. God.
Ben Whitaker.
Forgot about that.
Ben Whitaker, you're right. That's the Ben Whitaker, bro.
Pay per-view for that.
Looking at these options here, just on BoxRec. Take the rankings with a grain of salt. So Yard is at 10, Zach Parker at 9, Albert Ramirez is at 8. I'm not sure who that is. Vosdick at 7, Boatsi at 6, Morel, Callum Smith, Beterbiev, Bivol, and Benavidez.
Yard versus Smith wouldn't be a bad fight. Well, for British people, probably.
No, yeah, that would be a good, all British thing.
Yeah. I think Callum would take that fight, but my opinion.
Now, main event. I'm gonna try my best to moderate this one so you guys don't get too out of pocket here.
Oh my
s-
god.
So Chris Eubank Jr. gets the UD over Connor Ben. It's like 8-4, 8-4, and 7-5. I think it was. Were the cards?
They're a little too close. You took that pretty clearly.
Right. I was gonna say, were they emblematic of the fight? No. It was a really competitive fight, but it was not at all close. I don't.
8-4.
8-4 is like best case scenario for Connor Ben, in my opinion. Chris Eubank just did everything better. He's bigger. He was smarter, not necessarily faster. Was he stronger? Because Ben landed some solid shots on him.
Of course he was
Well,
strong.
like he's a career middleweight, super middleweight,
Mhm.
versus like a really shitty welterweight moving up.
Exactly.
Now you both have different opinions of how you perceived this. So, Josh, I want to start with you.
I thought the fight was fun. I'm not gonna say the fight wasn't fun or like fight of the year material, but it's been a slow year so far. I will say that the fight had no right to go the way it like they both had to suck in different ways for the fight to go out like that. Like if it were any other actually okay middleweight, Ben would have been gone. But also, like I acknowledge, Eubank was dried up as shit. And like, if you're Conor Ben, how the fuck do you not even drop the skeleton of a man at least once?
He was close
Like,
though.
It was close, but like also like I don't know, like it went as good as a fight between a really shitty middleweight and a really shitty welterweight can go.
Was it the Hagler Leonard?
Hagler Leonard, no way.
The shit version of Hagler Leonard.
It was like the shit version of Homo. Maybe a shit version of the second one. I just don't know. Yeah. I just don't know how Eubank couldn't even drop Ben, bro.
That's crazy.
Like that, just like this fight should not have the way it went for Eubank. It should not have even been close to competitive. He just I get he's winning winnings, but also, come on, bro.
Anything more?
I'm holding it.
Before we
I just my recap is the fight was fun, but it was really shitty. So you could pass it over to Alex.
let her rip.
I agree completely with Josh. I don't know if you guys want me to argue with him or not, but
That's what I
agree
thought
with
was
him.
gonna happen.
I thought the way
No,
you
that-
said it was
I-
good. I thought you were gonna argue with me.
No, I just want to talk about the fight. It was really, really good. It was the thing is it was a shitty fight with two shitty fighters, but man,
I thought it was good. That's why I was like, oh, we're gonna disagree.
and the thing is that we were all dogging on him, bro. We were all dogging on both fighters, and honestly, they're still shit. But man, that was a damn good fight between two shitty fighters. And that's like the average pro box card, man. Tell you.
Hey, listen, man. There's some pro box guys that could probably beat Conor Ben.
Honestly, yeah, like Kelvin Davis,
If you
bro.
put an actual pro box middleweight who doesn't punch with the strength of a grandma's gentle kiss on the forehead, you probably get Conor Ben out of there.
I mean, it was a fight that I think you could show a casual audience and say, this is boxing right here. This is how it is, you know.
It's like
to light them to coerce them to watching the sport.
Rocky movie, yeah, but you got to say it's boxing. Because if you say it's British boxing, they're gonna kill themselves the first British card they watch.
Yeah, it was a damn good fight. It shouldn't have been that good at all. But it was good.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
No.
Well, fuck. I was expecting fireworks. I thought you guys were gonna be talking.
Yeah,
about...
I misinterpreted him saying it was good as him interpreting the fighters. The fighters is good.
I think I did the same
hell
thing.
No.
Yeah,
I do not want to see Eubank anywhere near Canelo though. I want to see Eubank maybe fight Shiraz if he's gonna fight someone else. Worthy, Shiraz.
I need Eubank at 168. I'm sick of this game at 150 where he's always a top contender because the rest of the division is just worse.
Yeah, fuck Eubank. Fuck Conor Benn.
I'm sick of this shit. I need Boots to fight Conor Benn, so that way Conor Benn can actually know what it is to get hit by opposition.
Fuck it, Conor Benn versus Madrimov.
Eubank versus Janibek.
Eubank versus John. Eubank might die.
I'm failing to see the downside.
Okay, you're right. Actually,
sorry, Chris. I don't want you to die, buddy.
You convinced Gabby Condora.
No, I got no. The conclusions are either they should fight each other for the rest of time, or fight someone meaningful and then retire because they lost so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably the latter.
Yeah. I don't know, man. If they fought each other every 6 months for the rest of the time, I don't think it'd be that bad.
I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, like
as long as
every 6 months, we're guaranteed to get an all right fight between two shitters.
But their levels of shit, their variety of shit, is different enough that it makes for a good time.
Yeah, the shit mixes well in the toilet.
I was thinking of that episode of South Park where Cartman smears poop on everyone's walls as like the child revenge center of America. Smears all the walls with poop.
Oh yeah.
Oh
well.
Well, fuck. Guess that's that.
Well, short podcast every once in a while is not a bad thing.
No.
Yeah.
What did you think, beloved listener? 833-589-7637. What did you think of Eubank versus Benn?
You can always run all the ads back to back to back to back.
Oh yeah.
To fill in time.
I usually do on short ones. I usually throw in like 3 or 4 instead of 1 or 2. It's all right.
This OTX one isn't that bad.
No, it's all right. So yeah, let's move into the previews here. We're gonna start first with an overtime card. This one's gonna be on DAZN, so if you have a subscription, enjoy. I don't really know who these guys are, and overtime has not started their 2025 tournament yet. But Andreas Katsarakis won the 154 bracket last year, so that should be enjoyable. He's fighting another undefeated guy, Roberto Cruz.
Cat is a pretty good. Cat's a pretty good watch. I like watching him.
Yeah, he's good. Pretty good for where he's at in like the promotional landscape. Is there? I don't know. Do you see anybody on the other ones on the undercard? I mean,
it's a start, man. I mean, I can't speak on it until we've seen it more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, this is gonna be a short ass podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
Same day.
Go on. I don't know what to say. That's the thing. They're all like prospects. Where I'm like, yeah, these are all Pro Box cards that, like, yeah, they're gonna be cool to watch, but also I'm not invested.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like watching it while I'm doing some work.
Yeah, like, what is it? Andreas Katsarakis beat Brandon Adams.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
It's a good win.
Pretty cool. Good win. Yeah. I mean, Brandon Adams did beat Boachuk.
Sparked him.
Yeah, so that's a good win. Katsarakis, but like otherwise, I'm like, my analysis goes that far.
Well then, less analysis. MVP, that's Jake Paul's outfit in Orlando, Florida. This is a most valuable prospects series. I think this is their 12th or 13th card. So, these are all Pro Box level without the Pro Box quality matchmaking.
Yeah.
So, not sure what to make of them. So those two were on May 9th. On Saturday, May 10th, Queensberry at the Nottingham Arena. I think it's like the Motor Point or some fucking shit or other. I don't really care. There's a whole lot of fights on this card. There's not very many that stand out. Sam Noakes was a prospect. He's got a good record. He's been decent every time I've seen him. But can't really tell you who Patrick Balaz is.
British guy.
British?
Yeah, some British guy.
I don't think he's British.
Well, he's fighting Sam Noakes on a Matchroom cards or Queensberry card.
Yeah.
So he's British to me.
So Eurobum.
Yep.
Moving up to the other one I recognize, Liam Davies versus Kurt Walker. Is Liam Davies the dude that lost to Barroso?
Oh, I'm trying to think. You might be right.
It's a Davies. No, it's not. This is a different Davies.
All right, that was O'Hara.
O'Hara Davies.
Davies.
You're right.
Oh.
He lost to Shabazz Masood.
Who is fighting Peter McGrail.
Really?
In June.
Oh, that's a decent little scrap.
Yeah. Lee Wood still kicking it. I like this fight.
Yeah, Anthony Kakachi versus Lee Wood.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I think the IBO title is on the line here, so that's
the real title.
Yeah, the one that everyone cares about.
Admiration is also on the line and equally valuable.
The IB obsolete title.
It'd be obsolete. Hey, Sam Noakes is on this card.
Yeah.
No.
Sam Noakes is on this card and is actually not that bad.
Yeah, like I said, it's a decent little scrap. Not sure who his opponent is, but Sam Noakes he's decent.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard British fare, but whatever.
Yeah.
This whole card is making me want to watch Pro Box.
Yeah, where the fuck is Pro Box? Pro Box, come back to me.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I'll look at their website right now.
I think the next one is Erickson Lubin,
May
right?
10th.
Yeah, Lubin. May 10th.
How did
Erickson
I fucking
Lubin.
miss this? What is the matter with
May
me?
10th? Oh shit.
Yo, what the hell? That's the only highlight this entire week.
Yeah, how did I miss this? I am ashamed.
Okay, we're hijacking this now. Pro Box, May 10th at Silver Spurs Arena in Florida. Erickson Lubin fights Adriel Holmes Jr.
Been saying it.
To Larry Holmes.
Been saying it for ages. I've been keeping up with Adriel Holmes for a long time now, and I always bring him up. And one of the guys that used to be on the show would always be like, who the fuck is this? And why are you talking about him? Like, cause look, this guy's gonna be on your TV screen soon.
Yeah.
And here he is.
You know what? Lubin isn't even that washed either.
No, he's not.
Lubin's still definitely a player here.
Holmes can make it stinky, unfortunately.
Oh, well, you know what? It's Pro Box, so it's never stinky.
True.
Exactly.
We love Pro Box. Yeah. Hey, Darrell Valsaint fights Rodolfo Orcozo too.
The Valsaint boys are pretty solid.
Yeah, like they're all good matchups and like adequate matchups. I like it.
Dominic Valle, also good. I don't think Valsaint is. I think Valle is the brothers that I was thinking about.
Yeah, all well matched. That main's gonna be good.
Say the same thing about Pro Box every time. You may not recognize their names, but you're getting quality matchups.
It's usually free.
Yeah, Pro Box is good about that. Yeah, it'll be free. I'm pretty sure it'll be on their YouTube channel.
Like nothing. You're not gonna. It's on their website and their YouTube channel.
Also, their app.
They got an app. They got an app called Pro Box TV. It's probably the best quality shit you'll find. Consistently, at least.
Seriously, this is the best card of the weekend. Oh shit.
It's bare. I'm not gonna lie. It's very bare.
It's
the bare one.
It's the same as those other two prospect cards. Like I don't know who these people are, but if you like knockouts,
yeah, like bro, like I understand Canelo's got to be on Cinco de Mayo, but like, couldn't you have like just put Brian Garcia on the next week?
Yeah.
Continue your Fatal Fury extravaganza.
Yeah, like come on, you get 2 weeks of it instead of just one. You can charge people twice.
Yeah.
Instead of 1.5.
Yeah.
Like
I think Maze is gonna be a little bare.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but hopefully we're talking about hopefully. We want to be like February again.
Yeah.
Oh, we want it. I thought you said it is gonna be. I was like, oh.
Bear.
It's gonna be like February, dude. We don't want to be bare.
And anything more for this Queensberry card or for the Pro Box card?
No.
All right, last one, Sunday, May 11th. This starts at like fucking 1 in the morning on the West Coast. It's Shisei Promotions.
Does that say gymnasium?
What?
Does that say gymnasium?
Yes.
As a
Otashi
rule.
Gymnasium. It was an Olympic
okay.
thing. So
I'll say for this quality of fight, the gymnasium is criminal. But no, if it's a good venue, it's a good venue.
It's a good venue. It's at the Ota City gym in Ota City.
Yeah.
From the bottom up, I've only got 3 of them on here. Are there more? Let me check because I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, so what I did was remove the ones that were TBA. So starting from the bottom, this one I don't have listed. Masahiro Nakata versus Zen Takeyama at super bantamweight. Daira Kira versus Jackson Zapata.
Yeah.
8 rounds at flyweight. Hayato Tsutsumi versus Jaime Arboleda. 10-round lightweights. And Fernando Martinez versus Kazuto Ioka. This is for, I believe, the WBA super flyweight title.
But I thought it was gonna be for the vacant IBF.
Oh, good. I mean,
Yeah.
They both fought for the IBF title last time, and then they stripped him, and now they get to fight for it again. Okay.
Is it for the IBF title as well or no?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, good fight.
It is. The
Good
first
fight.
one was really exciting. Even though they're smaller guys, it's still very enjoyable.
I could hear the damn tumbleweeds.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a good fight.
This has got to be the most bare podcast we've had in so long, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of it's the schedule too. Like we just like.
Yeah.
It's just how the schedule lined
Like
up.
it's a bunch of fights that you're like, yeah, it's a good fight. But I got no strong opinions. Like Yoka's good,
Yeah.
but probably on the round side.
Yeah. Maybe it's because we got so blessed with so many damn good fights. Because it didn't used to always be like this, you know? You used to have like one fight a month that was really good. And the
Yeah,
rest
the
were
news
ass.
has also been there because like the usual troublemakers are either fighting or just out of the spotlight right now.
Yeah. Like last year, it was after April, from April till like July, August, it was amazing. I think that was probably one of the best times in boxing I remember. Even all the way to September last year. 2024 was just a good year. 2025 had a good run from the beginning till like February to March, but now it's kind of just rip bumps and silly Canelo fight.
Let me do this really quick. Hey, did you know that our little bee buddies are having a bit of a tough time recently? They're really important for so much of our food. Without any bees, we're going to have a lot less yummy stuff. The good news is that you can help the bees while also helping us. Support for this episode is from Project Honeybees. Every purchase adopts a queen bee, who will have her own colony if she doesn't already have one, and she'll be kept in a sanctuary in various places around the world. My adopted queen, who I named Queen Spider, she was found in a restaurant trash bin out back, but the name Queen Spider, that's a story for another time. So if you want to be a bee hero, would that be Beero? Check out bees.lvx.be and get a look at all the lovely gift ideas. There's bracelets, necklaces, earrings, a lot of jewelry stuff. Use code LEO33862 at checkout to help keep the bees buzzing. Buzz, buzz, motherfuckers. Support for this episode is from Ramen Bay. Ever have that ramen craving hit hard? You know the feeling. Sometimes you want that rich, savory broth and those perfectly chewy noodles, but you don't have time for all the fuss. Well, say hello to Ramen Bay. They've taken the best ingredients for ramen and freeze-dried them for ultimate convenience and incredible flavor. Imagine, vibrant vegetables, flavorful proteins, and aromatic seasonings, all ready to rehydrate into a bowl of pure satisfaction. No chopping or long simmering, just add hot water and a healthy spritz of Ramen Bay. Because the ingredients are freeze-dried and vacuum sealed, they lock in taste, giving you a quick and easy meal that doesn't compromise on quality or flavor. So, the next time the ramen urge hits, don't forget Ramen Bay. It's your new, not-so-secret ingredient to a delicious, hassle-free situationship anytime. Hit up the Bay for ramen and chill at ramen.lvx.be or use code LVX10 at checkout. Get yourself 10% off every order and help us out a little bit when you do. That's Ramen Bay. ramen.lvx.be. Support for the show can be you. Lux Media just relaunched the merch shop, and there's new stuff going up all the time. Go to shop.lvx.be, go snag yourself some threads. You can also go to patreon.lvx.be, sign up over there and get ad-free episodes and a 20% off shop discount every month. Ad-free, discounts, what more do you want? Seriously, what more do you want? Let me know. To put a little bit of a delineation here. I'm gonna go to the TMZ of boxing here. Is Spence a future Hall of Famer?
So we're doing this now, huh?
Yes, we are.
We actually need the side topic. Spence is a Hall of Famer.
I think he is.
Okay, we gotta break something else then. We gotta break something else. We all agree Spence is a Hall of Famer.
I'll agree.
About it.
Oh, I wasn't done. It wasn't just the one topic.
A ton. Come on.
Is Keyshawn Davis the next Sugar Ray Leonard? I'm sorry, what?
What the hell?
Who writes these, bro?
Okay, well, who put this shit in there? Who put that shit in there?
I think this was made by AI, because it doesn't have a byline.
Because I'll tell you, he's gonna be not Sugar Ray Leonard. He's gonna be someone like Hagler. He's gonna be like Hagler, I think.
I think he'll be Splenda Ray Leonard.
Yeah, true.
He'll be good. He's like, please do not make any mistake. Keyshawn Davis is great. I very much enjoy him as a fighter, as a person. He seems like a really good head on his shoulders. But like, to say he's the next Ray Leonard, like, come on, dude. Like, let me see some titles first. Well,
yeah, I was about to say, yeah. I will say that Terrence, we're probably saying the same thing with Terrence Crawford. You know, he's gonna be the next Ray Leonard. They're saying the same exact thing probably. So I would say give him some time.
True. Yeah,
Terrence Crawford might be better if he beats Canelo. He might be up there with Ray Leonard.
I just saw the headline and I was thinking that this is potentially one of the dumbest fucking things I've seen on this website, and they put up some dumb shit. Chisora, IBF mandatory? Dude, somebody needs to step in and help that man.
Dude, it's so bare that we're talking about fucking Chisora.
Yeah.
No. Listen. Imagine how funny it would be if Dubois beats Usyk and Chisora beats Dubois and retires undisputed. I think storybook ending to the heavyweight division. I never watched another fucking fight in that division again.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Let's talk about Usyk versus Dubois. I think that's something new. that we could probably talk about?
It is. That's coming
Cause-
up
It's
in July.
Because honestly,
gonna be this.
I think
Man.
I think me and Josh can have a differing opinion on this one. It might cause some flames.
So let's
Yeah.
let's start this off with the foundation set. Was it a low blow?
No.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, sorry. Fuck. No. Wait. Hold on. Fuck. I
Let's
got
get this
distracted
started.
for a second.
Let's get this
I was
started.
looking.
Come
I was
on.
looking at the boxing Hall of Fame, so I could start being like, this guy shouldn't be here. This guy shouldn't be here for like a rage bait for you guys. But
Okay.
We'll get to that right
Yeah,
now.
Was it a
We
low
got
blow?
some time.
it was actually a low blow.
Oh yes,
Okay.
it was. I just switched my
It was a
two
low
days.
blow.
All
Yeah.
right.
That being said, I don't think there's anything Dubois has for Usyk this time, unless Usyk gets old overnight.
Disagree.
Do you guys have your phones handy?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have two monitors on my computer. So
All right. So if you go to the Lux Media Instagram, go there.
Okay.
Scroll down a bit on the page, and you will see. I took one still. I found it. It's not mine.
Relook at the picture of the knockdown, the alleged low blow.
Yes. Alleged, not alleged. I don't know anymore.
Here, let me find it.
Yeah, I can't.
There it
find
is.
Oh yeah.
Look, it's below the belt line.
You think? What if his
Clear
trunks are
below
high?
the belt line. No, I don't care.
Hey, Usyk's trunks are not high though. That's the way I'll put it. Like if they were up to his nipples, like Tyson Fury's. Yeah.
that
fucking
is
low
not
blow.
high fucking
But Usyk, like you can see Usyk's belly button.
It was a low blow.
Like below the belt, like it could have like. Now I don't agree that Dubois just jumped the gun and punched him right in the cock. It definitely was like the cup that he's wearing pushing into his balls, but also like Dubois is like a 200 and whatever pound dude punching you at full force.
Of course, it's gonna hurt.
Like, of course it's gonna hurt. Even if it's like the cups are there to make sure your fucking balls don't burst. But it's still gonna hurt.
So it looks on the belt line from this angle.
From this angle, oh my god. I will say Usyk, if he had started counting, Usyk would have just gotten up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it probably wasn't even even if he did get hurt by it, and like they still had the fight go on, Usyk probably would have went through it.
Yeah.
Would have went through the damn
Storm.
I'll tell you.
You know what?
Usyk
Though, you know what?
was-
Though, Dubois should try punching him in the balls more this time.
Can we talk about the comeback that Dubois had? Actually, it's probably one of the best.
He
box
has
comebacks in
transformed
sport.
as a person.
Exactly.
He's a totally
I
different
think-
person now.
The comeback that Dubois has had is probably one of the best comebacks in boxing since Foreman, in my opinion. To go from
Honestly, the Hrgovic win was probably more impressive to me than the AJ win, just because of how it happened during the fight.
really.
Well, he was like the fight started with Dubois just getting clocked in the face with right hands for 2 rounds straight.
But it's dynamite, man. He has dynamite in hands.
No, like that's what I mean though. Like but like in previous ones, like he just kind of kept getting clocked in the face and quit.
And what's funny is that I remember that everybody was rooting for Hrgovic. They really wanted him to win because they really believed he was gonna be everybody thought he was the boogeyman. Remember in the server, he thought he was the boogeyman.
Hrgovic?
Nobody gave Dubois a chance. Yeah. Nobody gave Dubois a chance. Except me, of course. I actually, if you go back in the server and look, I actually was the one that was saying that Dubois was gonna win. I don't want to toot my own horn, but
I just had little faith in Dubois. I was of little faith.
nah.
Same.
After I saw what he
But-
did to Jarrell Miller, I know
Yeah, but,
it's fucking Jarrell Miller, but still,
It's Jarrell Miller, bro.
that was the last 10 seconds. You knock someone out within the last 10 seconds. You gotta ask the dog in you. You have to have a killer
Yeah.
instinct. You know what I mean? And after I saw it, I was like, damn. I never knew Dubois was like that. I mean, obviously, like after Usyk, for sure, but you know what I mean?
No.
Losing to Usyk, it's Usyk. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
a horrible
Well, I
loss.
mean, it's also on how he lost. Like, he just got his ass beat. There was nothing. Like, the low blow was the only moment of success he had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's just it's Usyk, bro. Usyk body Fury twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to
I
do
don't
as
know,
well as he
like,
did
it's-
against Usyk does say quite a bit.
Yeah.
He was really
I
competitive in the
feel
beginning.
I just switched it. Like my opinion of Dubois entirely changed in the Hrgovic fight because like Hrgovic for 2 rounds straight just pieced him up, and I'm like, okay, like Dubois is gonna get pieced up, maybe have some moments and then quit, right? The usual.
He's not that dogging him, dude.
Yeah, you know, he crawled back and beat the shit out of Hrgovic, and then he didn't even let AJ have a single moment.
Transformation.
Well, no, the only moment AJ had was his last.
Yeah, that was the. Oh, boxer size Ben does him again, guys.
I'm glad that
You gotta do that rear right uppercut with both your hands down.
Yeah, I wonder who taught him that because they should have been given trainer of the year. They were robbed. Fuck Robert. They should have given it to him. Who the hell that way was?
Ben Davidson.
I can't even say that. I love Robert.
Ben Davidson was a secret agent for the Dubois camp there.
Yeah, it was horrible. That was horrible.
Look at fucking bonehead performance from
But
the
Dubois,
corner.
Dubois, I'm glad he's been given Usyk again. I think he well deserves it. Out of everybody,
He's the most deserving, I guess.
I think that he deserves it more than Joseph Parker. He deserves more than a
Wow.
Fury trilogy.
I wanted to see him fight Parker. Like Parker kind of got fucked.
I didn't want to see that fight. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of Joe Parker, but that's just me, you know. I think yeah. We'll see what happens with Usyk. If he beats him, that'll be awesome. If not, that'll also be awesome because I love Usyk. I love both guys.
I want to see Usyk. Just I just want to see Usyk retire undefeated. It'd be so nice to just have the guy, the man of the generation. No blemishes, literally cleaned everyone out twice usually.
Phil Bryn.
Retired on top, and then
The
at least, yeah. Destroyed British heavyweight boxing forever. Retired.
You want to go a little further since we have to extend this out? I'll give you something to ask. Okay. Out of all the heavyweights, I'm not stupid. What the fuck am I saying? Out of all the heavyweights of all time, what would you place Usyk? If he retires undefeated, he defeats Dubois by knocking him out again. Same old.
Like,
what would you rate him amongst all heavyweights?
I'm saying top 10.
Top 10?
Like top 10, and then I need to like actually think about it and put together like a top 5, top 10.
Yeah, I would say top 20. Like easy top 20.
Well, like that, like depends how much you value like pre-Ali boxing.
Well, I value very much. That's why he's top 20 for me.
Because I go like I understand the accolades of some of these guys, but then you like you watch the fights and you watch the Usyk fights and you're like, okay, Usyk is a giant in this era and also just beats the shit out of these guys on skill.
I think we're about to argue right now. Because the amount of guys from back then, I get it, they were smaller, but man,
they were like 170. They're light heavyweights and like 5'7" light heavyweights.
Cruiserweights.
And Usyk is 6'3" and like 220, which is Ali looked big, and Ali weighed like 215. 215,
He would be a small
220.
heavyweight nowadays.
Yeah, like he beat Sonny Liston weighing 210 and 206. and he was 6'3". It's like I don't know. Like, I feel like we've reached a point in this. Like, we've reached a point, especially I feel like Lennox Lewis onward, where like you have to split up your list between like legacy and actual like head-to-head skill and like ability to beat each other.
The heavyweight division right now can be split up into two eras: the BL era and the AL era, before Lewis and after Lewis.
Yeah, because like Lennox Lewis is like the first. I feel like Lennox Lewis is like the first actually top 10 huge heavyweight.
Yeah, like top 10 pound huge heavyweight. Yeah,
like,
and it hasn't been the same since. Because now they're all fucking British.
Yeah, but Usyk's also I don't know, like I understand like even in BoxRec you look at their top 10 heavyweights and you have like Jack Dempsey at number 9, and I'm like, I understand legacy wise Jack Dempsey is probably top 10, but also you were not going to tell me to my face that he beats like anyone like Ali and beyond.
No,
that is like
I don't think he would.
No, you can't.
So you gotta.
That was.
But for the times, so there's two top 10 lists you can make. There's like a legacy one, and like realistic one.
There's another one where you put Mike Tyson at the top and says that he beats everybody else.
And then that's
the casual list.
I spit you and say that Riddick Bowe would have beat him in the same era.
And I counter you by saying Ali beats everybody.
Riddick Bowe. See, that's what I mean. Like, if you think skill for skill, like where do guys like Riddick Bowe, who like don't have the accolades or the resume, but like so obviously had the skill?
Well, I don't.
So, like if Holyfield is a top 10 heavyweight or top 15 heavyweight, and Riddick Bowe being the guy who comprehensively beat him in his heavyweight prime.
Well, I'll tell you this:
do?
I think that Bowe would struggle in certain eras and do better in certain eras. Yeah. I think he was where he should have been.
He did both in the same era, though.
Yeah.
Just on focus.
Yeah.
So there's a conversation I had with Shanada a while ago, and it was actually about how do you rate people? Because when you think about like comparing Ali, how much of it is out of the ring stuff that gets him up so high up on people's lists?
Versus like, yeah, but he also, the thing, Ali's a rare case though, because he beat so many like genuine, like most of the guys he beat probably could have been that guy of the era.
Joe Frazier could have been that guy. Foreman
it would have been Foreman. It would have been Foreman. But the Foreman, I feel like the win that makes his legacy the most is Foreman and the third Frazier win, though.
No.
Like that's where his legacy is in terms of like being. I think like because
I think every fight, most fights he had were legacy fights. I consider all Frazier fights were legacy fights.
Yeah, but like the number one for being like the greatest.
Well, I would say there's two fights when I think of Ali. The two first fights I think of might be a little controversial. Is obviously Sonny Liston and George Foreman.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, yeah, the Frazier fights were great, and as a knower of boxing, obviously I know that how great it is, but as a casual, if I were to see it from the casual standpoint, I think the most well-known Ali fights and the most legendary ones are the Liston and Foreman fights.
Yeah, sure.
And honestly, Ali was a damn good heavyweight. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Saying that you don't know where you'd rate him.
No, but the thing is that
really highly.
Like the thing is you can rate him really highly, but also like I agree. I see Leo's point where like how much of his accolades and like how the accolades are reflected upon are looked at as kindly because of the out of the ring stuff.
I think he had great accolades. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like there's some like I understand he has the roster of Hall of Famers, but there's also guys that are propped up as Hall of Famers as a result of existing in the same area that maybe
Because of Ali.
Yeah, like because they
Secondhand
existed alongside
shot.
Ali.
Because Ken Norton's a Hall
like
of Fame,
that,
right?
like I don't mean Ken Norton because he still had legendary fights with Larry Holmes and stuff. I'm saying guys like Jimmy Young or Ron Lyle.
Oh, well, don't tell me that.
Like
Ron Lyle,
how much rep do guys like Ron Lyle get off of?
Ron Lyle was a good puncher, but the thing is, I agree with you that, I mean, yeah, I think he's in the Hall of Fame because of the era he was in.
Like how much rep do these guys get?
But I mean, that just tells you how good the era was, how fun it was. Imagine we had an era like that.
Like, yeah.
I'll tell you. I mean, I think Ali would do good in most eras.
Oh, he absolutely
Probably.
would.
I think he would beat Mike Tyson. He would beat, in my opinion, and it might be a little controversial. I think he probably beats Usyk.
That's a good one. 833.
Usyk Ali is like an actual dream. It's actually a dream fight though.
Ali versus Usyk.
Just because they're similarly sized, like skillful, quick heavyweights. That's one for the purists.
Also, they would. I know this might sound silly, but they would also rob Usyk even if he won. They'd still rob him, depending on where it's at. Knowing how Don King would do that shit.
But I don't know. Like historical revisionism's always funny because like, you just have to. You do end up having to take the out of the ring stuff with Ali.
Well, the thing is, Ali, you can see the merit in the argument at least for him being the greatest of all time, right?
Yeah, but you can't properly gauge his opponents because they're fighting Ali, like they all have name value.
See, I understand that, and the thing is, I see what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. My thing is, something I think a better example is Mike Tyson. That's the one where I hear that people say he's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Where I can see, again, I kind of see merit, but I don't agree at all. I really do not agree at all. I don't even think Mike Tyson is even the most top 20.
He's the most hype moments and aura heavyweight of all time.
If Mike Tyson was fighting now, he'd be like Ben Whitaker. Like that type of like hype job.
Hype moments and aura. That's true. Like
because Mike Tyson,
that's so true.
He was a good fighter. He had a Teofimo syndrome where I mean after
he's not like an all-time great. I agree actually.
Yeah, he's not an all-time.
He is an all-time great, but he's not like legendary. A top 10.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Yeah, he's a legendary all-time great fighter, but it's not the same as being one of the best fighters of all time, one of the best heavyweights. He wasn't.
I feel like a more interesting with heavyweight though. You always end up with the same selection of guys. Basically, I feel like light heavyweights were like lower weight classes. You have more fun with the historical ratings, like.
Oh yeah.
Because
Leonard.
Would a light heavyweight, like obviously, like my take for light heavyweight is that Roy Jones Jr. at his absolute peak destroys anyone ever to compete at 175.
Well,
that's my take.
Bar none.
It's like at his absolute peak.
Yeah.
He there's just it's just not even a contest. Come on, man. I would like you can't say Andre Ward because I already have guys that I rate above him.
Well,
like I'd argue Matthew Saad Muhammad.
Yeah, I'm trying to play devil advocate. Advocate.
No, Roy Jones Jr.
the greatest 175 pounder.
Yeah, God, just watching the fights is like this is the closest we get to like, holy fuck, like it's just perfect.
This is a superhuman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because stuff we get about like Sugar Ray Robinson is word of mouth because his prime was before the recorded video. But like Roy Jones Jr. was just legit superhuman. Like
Well,
he'd knock guys out before they would realize they were knocked out.
They'd be on their feet and they wouldn't even know.
Yeah, no, they were superhuman. Like my favorite guy of all time is like Dwight Muhammad Qawi, right? But like I got to admit, like Glaze aside, Roy Jones Jr. was just like at light heavyweight. There's no one, literally no one.
I think Roy Jones being a superhuman is a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
Because
positive note.
Yeah, very positive. Roy Jones to me is also like one of the top 3, not 3 types. Maybe not top 3, but you get the picture.
Yeah.
So let me do this. You've been listening to the Boxing B-Sides, a Lux Media production. If you're just dying to tell us how fucking casual you think we are, you can be a duck and text the anonymous line 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on your business, leave a voice message or send a voice note on WhatsApp. And if you're entertaining enough, you might make the final cut of the show. 833-LUX-PODS. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net. That's all one word, and it's on the same on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, all the rest of that bullshit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. If you want to get yourself hooked up with ad-free versions of the episodes and you want to help us out a little bit in the process, look us up on Patreon. LVX Media Net over there, just like everywhere else. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out by checking out the ad sponsors. You can also help by giving us a rating and a review on whatever app you're listening on. And don't forget, shop.lvx.be. You can snag yourself some threads and help us out there too. Intro and outro music by Middle of Nowhere Beats, and for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. And that's where the outro shit goes. So, we're heading into this really bleakish
so bleak
weekend. Parting words.
That was rough.
Hey, Pro Box.
Watch Pro Box.
Pro Box is not rough. Watch Pro Box. Don't watch anything else.
Anything more? No?
Nope.
Let's fucking boogie. Let's get the hell out of here.
Goodbye,
Yeah,
y'all.
fuck.
We'll see you on the other side. Oh, what? Watch Fernando Martinez versus Kazuto Ioka. Give the little dude some love. Fucking enjoy that shit. They're gonna clobber each other.
That's true, actually.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Yep.
All right.